Assalamualaikum and a very good day. I bid to our respected lecturer, Mr. Zamzuri, for PEC600 Entrepreneurship Skills. My name is Darizon bin Ghazali alias Hassan with ID number 012021020875. We'll be presenting my reflection and the things that I have learned throughout learning PEC600. To begin with, I would like to highlight the things that I really learned throughout this PEC600 was improving my creative thinking. So it is important to note that as entrepreneur in future, we must have this characteristic of being creative. For example, in our weekly activity, there's this one activity that we need to create a logo and a tagline. So in order for us to execute and to produce a quality of work, we must have the characteristic of being creative. So at the end of the day, our result will be up into the requirement or expectation of our lecturer. Other than that, I also believe that throughout the 16 weeks of learning PEC, we must have strategy in order for us to run a business or run either small or big business. Because if we don't have strategy or marketing, we are not able to achieve high sales or a good quality of business. So it is important for us to have strategy and marketing. For example, there's in our weekly activity, we are asked to do Instagram page and as well as the TikTok account for us to advertise our products. So this is can train the students that social media is one of the platform for us to advertise our products. Thirdly, the things that I managed to learn throughout this PEC600 was creating a website, which is what the task for our major project, in which students are asked to do a website interface to advertise our product. So it requires a lot of skills actually in creating website, not only in entrepreneurship skills, but also information and technology skills, IT skills, your management skills, and teamwork skills. So with that being said, I must admit that throughout the 16 weeks of learning PEC600, we not only learn about entrepreneurship itself, there are also other skills that we are managed to learn. Fourthly, I am really grateful because our lecturer has taught us a lot of things, not only inside the topic of entrepreneurship as well as outside, meaning that he relates how the workplace situation into our field, which is the entrepreneurship skills. So with that being said, I believe entrepreneurship skills is one of the skills that is important for us, especially the students, because it will be added value for each individual. For example, if you become a teacher in future, you also can be entrepreneur. If you are being engineer in future, you also can be entrepreneur. And if you are being doctor, even in medical field, you also can be entrepreneur. Entrepreneur is for everyone, and I believe entrepreneurship is important regardless of your forte or your profession. You can still learn entrepreneurship skills. So lastly, I would like to credit to our lecturer, Mr. Zamzuri, for being such a good lecturer, especially sharing his experience and sharing his thoughts regarding entrepreneurship and how we can prepare ourselves to be entrepreneur in future. With that being said, I believe I really enjoyed this class, especially with Mr. Zamzuri, and I hope we can meet in the future. That's all. Thank you and have a nice day.
Okay, Assalamualaikum and hi. My name is Fatina binti Muhammad from Bachelor in Education Science. Okay, so for weekly activities, I learned that it is important for someone who would like to start a new business to acknowledge and to learn about the correct steps or flow to create a new brand. And then as for myself as well, since I am always interested in business, I am very thankful and grateful to have the opportunities to learn about the basic knowledge of entrepreneurship that had been taught by Sir Zamzuri, such as creating a logo, designing a website, and then analyzing the competitors. And also my favorite part was to be able to identify our target market, target group, in order for us to sell our products to the correct person, and also our product will always be in high demand. And then not to be forgotten, thank you to my dearest group mates that had contributed towards making the weekly activities more fun and more thoughtful. Okay, so for our major project, we were required to do a website regarding our business idea, and for our group it was a food product. So things that I learned the most when designing the website is that it is important for us to insert our creativity interest while making the website, because I found it struggles for me to finish making the website, because for someone who does not have any arts background, it will took you a while for you to design all the from the smallest to the biggest things in the website. And then you need to ensure that your website is eco-friendly, like when the customers access to your website, it needs to be always in a perfect order. I mean, like, it will be easier for them to access and then easier for them to order, and it was not too distracting. And then you also need to ensure that your customers will have the accessibility towards your website easily. So yeah, that was the crucial part when it comes to creating a website. It took a while for me and my groupmates to settle up our website. However, I am grateful because at the end we managed to create our website beautifully, successfully and also perfectly, with the help and the assistance from our lecturer, Susan Zuri. Okay, and the last one is the impact that I received from this PEC is that honestly, it makes me more interested to a business to become an entrepreneur, and in the future I might have my own brand, and also it makes me wanted to have a deeper knowledge to a business. And then not to be forgotten, I had also actually applied this PEC towards my other subject that required us to make a donation. From that activity, we managed to receive a huge amount of profits and donate it to the NGOs that we selected. So of course I am totally thankful, and also this PEC is actually very helpful for me because I had already managed to achieve something, to give something to other people. So I hope in the future this PEC will be like more towards physical activities, so that it will become more interesting. That's all from me. Thank you.
Greeting to everyone. So my name is Hashmini. So from this PEC600 class, I have learned the importance of entrepreneurship skills in order to start a business. So basically, I have joined this PEC class physically every week, and from Sir Zam and also the other classmates, they actually give me so much of ideas of like how to run a business and how to make that particular business successfully. Then I also learned about the target market and market size, the strategies and so on from this PEC600 as well. By participating the weekly activity, I have learned that the communication skill between each other is very important. So it's not only in a group, but it's also in a business where delivering a opinion or attracting the customers by promoting a thing or in an item is very important. Okay, then for the logo and tagline activity, so the activity actually enhanced my creativity skills, where on that day we were required to create a logo to our business, which I am Reggie, and then we also like creating the logo in the classroom. Then Zamzuri helped us to edit the logo. So from that, I have learned that creativity is an element that important in a business to make that particular business more successfully. Then from the Zamzuri also, I have learned that wearing a black thinking hat is also an important in a business to run a business, because thinking out of the box or thinking like negatively is actually help us to protect the business actually. So he always encourage us to think, to solve a problem. He will give a decision, or he will give a situation and encourage us to think and solve that problem. So from him, I also have learned that making decision about a thing is very important, and we also have to think more wisely to solve that particular problem as well. So overall, from this PEC classes, I have learned so many things about the business, about the skills and so on, which will be helpful for me to do my practicum in future. And also as a future teacher, I think I will be able to apply all those things that I have learned from this PEC in my classroom later on, and also it will be helpful to my daily life as well. And thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Ravinesh, and I personally feel PEC600, the entrepreneurship class, has been very beneficial for me, especially for when I say for me, it's because I'm a young adult, and as a growing young adult, I think it is important to learn entrepreneurship, because entrepreneurship can dictate a stable lifestyle, a stable cash flow, and that is important for someone who is entering the adulting world. So entrepreneurship has really taught me a lot of things, especially through the weekly activities, the major project, and as well as the portfolio, where we have to attend talks, business talks or entrepreneurship talks from other people. So to speak on the weekly activity first, our lecturer, he made us conjure up a business idea. Now that specifically has made us brainstorm what is different than the others, what is intrinsic, what is unique, and what will catch the eye of the others, what is also low cost. So all these business questions, all these entrepreneurship questions that come into place really makes one think of the aspects that needs to come into play, the dynamics of starting up a business. So us as a group, especially myself, I really had to think and put pieces together and wonder what is the ideal business to conjure up, and we decided to sell the vegetarian chicken. Now that is good for us because we feel that the vegetarian option is not very much out there for people to buy, and also because it is cheap, vegetarian, and they are also healthy. So this way we can really attract people, because at first glance they're like, oh, vegetarian chicken. So it really pulls the attention of many people, and there are actually many more vegetarians out there than people actually realize. So it's good that we decided to do the vegetarian chicken product, and we realized that, like I said before, it's unique, so not many people are doing so. If they do have this, it's usually in high-end places, because vegetarian chicken is organic. It's non-organic, it is made in the factory, so it's always served with some sort of a delicacy, and it's a very expensive cuisine if you go to restaurants. Now our idea was to sell it by stick to people to make it cheap. And yeah, so through our scanning and all that, we decided, okay, we're going to go for this. And then we have the major project where we have to find an interface for us to sell our product, a social media interface or an online interface. And this really helped me because I myself am doing an online program, and it has helped me discover what are my vantage points when I want to do an online business. So it really helped me with increasing my number of clients, utilizing the online platforms rather than just social media and entertainment. So it really helped me there. And then we have the portfolio where we had to attend talks. Now the talks was very beneficial because it gave us insights on what to look at and what not to do, what to do, what should we attend to, what should we not attend to. So they really opened our eyes up and it helped us refer back to our weekly activity. Thank you.
Greetings to Mr. Zamzuri. My name is Daphne Chan from PEC600 Entrepreneurship Skills. I am from Group 5 and this is my reflection video. Throughout PEC600, I have learned that through the weekly activities that I have participated in, I understand and gain more knowledge in the world of entrepreneurship. I have come to know that business ideas are important and to advertise them on social media. I understand that just by starting a business, there's a lot of things to focus on, like logo, knowing your competitors, having an online platform, knowing your targeted market together with your advantages. Furthermore, I have learned a lot of things from this major project. What I learned from this major project is creating a website is very important, especially when you have a business, because it shows people or customers that you know what your company represents. I also learned that the information that we put in websites are very important to provide reliable sources and how you showcase the product. However, since people nowadays rely so much on the internet a lot, it may be easier to just provide a platform for them, like a website that only leads to the product. Website design also matters as we would like to attract more consumers and customers. Last but not least, what I think from this subject, entrepreneurship skills, I have learned a lot as a student to start a business. And by learning this subject, I have known that we have to know how to collaborate and work as a group. Next, how to give a good presentation and speak in front of so many people to showcase your product. How to gather and analyze information for your data. How to utilize social media as a tool for promotion, like websites and social media like Instagram and Facebook. How we solve real-life complex problems that don't have a clear solution. And lastly, how to apply curiosity and creativity to solve difficult challenges in many and novel ways. We have come to an end for my reflection video. Once again, this is Daphne Chan from PEC600. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Dasla binti Siswanto. I'm currently taking Bachelor in Public Relations, and for every long semester we will have to take PEC subject, and this semester I'm taking Entrepreneur Skill as my PEC subject. So basically, every week we will have a PEC class and we will do a weekly activity based on the task given by our lecturer, which is Sir Zamzuri. And so activity that I have done for this class is like to do a research on entrepreneur icons and to think on a business idea that have not yet available in the market and to create a logo and also the tagline. And also we do a social media platform for our own business or product. And throughout the PEC class, I have learned that problem-solving skill is playing an important role, which is as an entrepreneur, we must have the ability to focus and tackle the problem that we face using critical thinking skill. This is because we will always face challenges in our daily life. For example, one of the frequently faced challenges during this course was the limited times for the preparations and the completions of the task given by our lecturer. So by using problem-solving skill, one of the solutions that was proposed when we facing such problem was to divide the task given equally so that we could achieve goal and to complete the task on time. Besides, it gained my creativity skill too, especially when we've been asked to design the logo and also the tagline. As for our major project, we have been asked by Sir Zamzuri to design a website for our business. So this is my very first time building a website, and it's really challenging, and I almost give up because most of us doesn't not have the experience on doing these things. So but what I learned is effective communication within a team will build a common purpose among the team member that will allow to reach the goal. I also appreciate to have such a good teammate throughout this whole PEC class, as we know that most effective and efficient way in achieve and completing tasks is the collaboration effort of the teammate. A team are able to work well together through a good communications. If communication between the team member is poor, there is likely to unnecessary tensions and anxieties. So in my team, we always communicate with each other, even when there is a small conflict during the communications, but we did our best to settle down the problem as soon as possible. So during the discussions, we always giving out our ideas and opinions, and we communicate clearly to transfer the right message to each other. So as a conclusions, I want to give a special thanks to my teammate. I'm so blessed to have such a good teammate who always support me and understand me, even though we don't know each other at first. But this PEC class have built a strong relationship between us, and this project can be done successfully, not solely because my own effort, but it was contributions of the whole team to make it happen. And I'm happy working with my team member, and I hope there will be another opportunity to work together with them. Again, and last but not least, I want to give a special thanks to my lecturer, Sir Zamzuri, which gave me opportunity to learn something new in this PEC class. I have learned how to create a website from this PEC class. Thank you again.
Assalamualaikum and a very good afternoon to everyone. My name is Fatin Malik from Bachelor in Public Relations. So as we all know, we have taken PEC600 Entrepreneurship Skills this semester for about 4 months, and we have accomplished a lot of activities and tasks together in a group. So throughout the learning process, I discovered that students of entrepreneurship skills, which include myself, should be able to sell ideas, because as we all know, entrepreneurs should know how to convey their message towards their public to attract their attention and to gain more benefits from it. So I personally think that I have slowly mastered oral and visual presentation skills and established a foundation of confidence and skills necessary to cause others to act. Next, by having weekly activities and learning and applying entrepreneurship skills in depth, I was able to find problem solving quickly, or I was able to solve some issues quickly. So we always did in our group, let's say if one of us is unable to attend something or to complete any task, so they will tell us, and as a group we will discuss back on how we could make things work for everyone. So we'll come up with a solution, and then apart from that, each activities makes students able to create more presentation and business plans. We come up with business plans almost every week or so, and these business plan sometimes require financial plan, target marketing research, and a lot of research was involved throughout this semester, because we are talking about business. So business requires us to do a lot of research to ensure that what we do is what the public also want. So also having a project where we were required to create our own website also teaches us a lot of things. We managed to apply almost everything that we have learned throughout this semester on the creation of our website. So for website, we use Wix.com, which is a free platform to create a website for beginners, and not just in terms of entrepreneurship skills, but also in terms of designing and some other things. So last but not least, this PEC class has been very interesting for me, as we could be in the same group with other students from different courses and different ways of thinking, different ways of interpreting business. So by having different opinion and suggestion actually teaches us a lot of things. We are actually learning from each other, so that's why I think I actually enjoyed this class, by having new tasks given weekly by our lecturers. So I think that is all. Thank you.
A very good day to Sir Zamzuri. So my name is Krisha Kimberly, and today I will be talking about my reflection for this class, which is PEC600 Entrepreneurship Skills. So throughout the weekly activities that I have participated for this semester, I basically learned that entrepreneurship education teaches essential life skills such as an innovative approach on how to solve problems, how to enhance creativity in a person. So I could say that throughout this semester and also throughout the PEC classes, I got to enhance my creativity. This is because different people have different creativity, different approach into handling a problem. So I think that I got to test my creativity by basically whenever there's a problem that we face in our weekly activities that we need to discuss with our group members, I got to enhance my creativity by coming up with ideas or solutions on how to solve the task. And also in the real world, basically we might face problems almost every day. So what I'm trying to say here is creativity is very important into helping to solve a problem. And then and then to the next point, I also feel like I have developed my problem solving skills and also identification capabilities. This is because problem solving and identification of the problem are two different things. Before even solving a problem, you need to identify what is the problem first. So I feel like throughout this class, as I mentioned, if we have faced any problems between our team members or maybe a problem in solving any task, I feel like we together as a team, as a group, have to identify what is the problem and then only come up with the problem solving skills. So I feel like throughout all of the classes every week, I have improved my problem solving skills. And then next is I also got to boost my leadership quality. This is because in the business industry, the business world basically needs a good leader to guide their team members or group members or even a company. So I feel like throughout this entrepreneurship class, I have widened and broadened my perspective into taking a step upward. For example, if you want a business to be successful, I have learned that a person needs to step up to guide the rest of the team members, be it in terms of maybe how you solve a problem or coming up with new ideas on how to boost your business or anything else. I feel like a leader is responsible to make that happen. So while learning entrepreneurship skills at this age, I feel like we tend to incorporate new skills and also start thinking like a leader instead of just learning things. So basically, a leader can compel their group members into being successful in the entrepreneurship or business industry. So I feel like throughout this PEC600 class, I have learned so many things, and I am also thankful to be given the opportunity to learn more about the entrepreneurship industry. And yeah, I think that is all from me. Thank you very much.
Hello sir, good day. My name is Nurwaina binti Zulkifli and my ID is 012021021483 and I'm from a Bichaso program. So what I have learned from all these weekly activities is about brainstorming ideas and critical thinking skills on how to grow business ideas, since this is an entrepreneurship subject. and also I've learned to overcome my limitations. And I think those activities were really good for me to open my eyes, as I'm in a different major and this is like in a business field, so it's really had me think on different aspects of business world. Whereas from my major project, I have learned about programming a website, and it's really good to polish my soft skills as in my IT skills, because it is adding my creativities in my life, which will help me in the future after my studies. This PEC600 subject has impacted me in various soft skills, as when the business grows you need to have like a variety of skills in order for you to maneuver with the business and people, such as leadership skills, time and money management, as I think money is really important for you to keep, as in you have to keep everything in budget and all. And while doing business, and also we have to have a creative thinking and also problem solving skills. And all of this may seem vague at first, but to really get through all of this thoroughly, it requires a lot of commitments and disciplines for myself. Therefore, this PEC600 really helps me a lot to reshape my character development. And I think that's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, good morning to all and Seza. My name is Sri Aisyah binti Asri and my ID is 012020020190. I am a BEE student. Throughout this weekly activity, it developed my soft skills in terms of interaction with others, because most of my teams are in different course with me, and also it provides me an essential life skill such as an innovative approach to solve a problem, collaboration, and also working with a team, and many more. And for my major project, we had to use a website for our business. So from that, I learned about to be connected with others or customer to purchase our product, and also to be a confidence to promote our business. Lastly, this subject gave a huge impact to me, because this subject taught me on how to be an entrepreneur, and also the mindset and skills I gained by studying entrepreneurships will prepare me for the future of the world. Thank you. That's all for me.
A very good day to my lecturer for this PEC600, which is Zamzuri. My name is Sophia, and I'm going to do the reflection on the weekly activities, major project, and also an overall reflection for this subject. So for the first activity, we need to select our icon, do research and prepare the information with the details of him. So we have chosen Wat Doyo as our entrepreneurship icon. He is one of the commercially successful entrepreneur icon in Malaysia. He sells grooming products and also service solely focused on men's needs. One of his famous product is Pelebat Janggut dan Rambut Cream, which is the first cream product for beard in Malaysia. For me, what makes this product a success is because of the way he presents himself with his classic 1950s look, along with his trademark, which is his mustache and also his thick beard. His image already makes customers feel more confident in the products that he markets. He attracts customers by creating a curiosity in the future consumers, whether the products he sells are effective or not. So in conclusion, what I've learned from Wat Doyo is I strongly believe that in order for an entrepreneur to sell a product, they have to be the first real testimony themselves. The way they present themselves is really important, because for me, this is the most effective way for an entrepreneur to earn trust from consumers. So hence the way Wat Doyo markets his product is very, very genius. For the second activity, during which 5 each student are required to think about the business idea that is not yet available in the market, with the mindset everything is possible. So as for our group, we've came up with a product called e-board or electronic board, focuses on educational purpose. It is a high-tech version compared to any other board used in educational field. So what I've learned in this activity was that in order to be an entrepreneur, we really have to keep in mind that anything is possible. We must not be afraid to take risks or fail in business, because that is all part of entrepreneur's journey. Without failures, there's no success. Every circumstances has its own solution. Always think outside of the box with good ideas, and you have to be good with numbers, because it is one of the main pillars in business. Your profit, your loss, cause and function for a product that you market. Same goes to marketing strategies, target market, and we also have to know our competitors. For the activity during week 7, each student needs to come up with our own logo and tagline. We have invented a food business which is Ayam Veggie and created logo along with a tagline for it. So during the creation of the logo, we look into certain important aspects which are the colors, fonts, and also the graphic images that will be used. So in conclusion, what I've learned in this activity was that by the use of unique colors, fonts, and images, a logo will become a graphic display of a company's identity and allows customers to acknowledge the brand's core values. Without logo and tagline, your brand will be unknown and unfamiliar to customers. We did some research on the colors and fonts. Research theory has shown that the red color in F&B industry is a very powerful color. For instance, one of the very famous example is McDonald's logo. This is because the red color stimulates people's appetite and making them more hungry. For the taglines, it will help a brand stand out among competitors by emphasizing how they are unique. The fourth activity is social media platform. We came up with an Instagram account with username ayam.veggie and posted informations about our brand, also the logo that we've created previously. So in my opinion, before starting any business, it's important for us to identify the threats and potential barriers to enter the industry. We also need to focus on the targeted market and do an analysis on the competitors. For me, it's vital for our business to know its competitor, because when you don't have any competitors, you cannot come up with new ideas, no energy, and no customer attraction. When you have competitors, you will develop new ideas to do promotion for your products and attract customer by improving your marketing skills to compete with your competitors' products, like a competition and learn from each other. For our major project, we are required to create a website for our business. So with the given task in this project, I could enhance my skills on editing and creating website using Wix app and learn new things such as managing pages on the website we created to make sure all of the buttons are functioning well and could redirect us to another section, as it should be whenever we press any button like home button, about us, menu, and also frequently asked question FAQ button. Lastly is, how does PEC600 impacts to yourself? Obviously, this PEC600 is all about entrepreneurship skills. I could say that this subject gives quite a huge impact on myself, because for me as a youngster and as a student, I don't have many access or the platform on how to get the ideas before starting a small business other than watching and learning from YouTube and any other social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok. After doing the weekly activities required by the lecturer, I finally learned something new about entrepreneurship. As for instance, I must not be afraid to come up with ideas and try something new. And there are many aspects that I have to look into before starting any business. I feel happy and grateful to learn this subject in this semester. Not only that, I'm also now thinking of starting and having my own small business on things that I love to do, such as making accessories. This subject has become an eye-opener for me to keep on doing what I love and step up the game so that I could take my hobby to a higher level and make it as a profitable hobby. So that's the most valuable and exciting things that I could capture from this experience. I would definitely utilize all of this knowledge in the future. Thank you.